My guest today is singer-songwriter Cory Cross, who recently wrapped up a 3-week tour. He's joining us from Shreveport. How you doing, Cory?
Doing good.
Good morning. Well, tell us
Morning.
about your time on the road. Where all did you play at?
Yeah, so we left. We had a kickoff thing at the Post in Fort
Hmm.
Worth, one of our favorite venues. Headed west. We stopped in Lubbock. We had some
Hmm.
stuff in New Mexico, Arizona, and then we spent like the biggest chunk of our tour in Southern California. So we did like San Diego, and then we had the most dates in Los Angeles. So we had like 5 shows in the Los Angeles area, and then headed up north,
Hmm.
did some North California shows like Sacramento, Dry Town, Livermore,
Hmm.
and did Nevada, and
Oh,
then
wow.
went back down.
Hmm.
And yeah, and our last show was supposed to be in El Paso.
Hmm.
Uh, make that one. We broke down.
Okay. You
Yeah,
have to go back to catch those folks. I'm sure they would love to have you back.
yeah.
So when you're out of state, as a Fort Worthian abroad, so to speak, what do fans say about Fort Worth's music scene, and how do you describe Fort Worth music wise to others?
Yeah. So, I mean, there's some big names
Hmm.
that people know out of Fort
Yeah,
Worth.
beyond bridges, I'm sure they ask about.
Yeah, Leon for sure. But like especially in Los Angeles, like we played at the Echo,
Uh-huh.
a really cool place, really cool venue there in LA. And like Joshua Ray was going to be there like the
Oh,
following
okay.
week.
Okay.
So especially the country scene that we
Mm.
found ourselves in for about a week out
Mhm.
there, that they really dig Joshua Ray.
Okay.
Um, we played this spot called Desert Five in the middle of Hollywood. Paul Cawthon's there a lot, so so those are the guys that they identify with when they think about like Dallas Fort Worth is like Joshua Ray, Paul Cawthon, Vincent Noah Emerson. Um,
Okay.
yeah, so there's definitely some like name recognition out of Fort Worth,
Good.
and yeah, I mean people go out in LA, they were ready to dance, just like
Mhm.
sort of honky tonk in Fort Worth. So
Okay. Well, I mean, I
yeah,
don't know a whole lot about Los Angeles. I don't think about country music initially, but it's got a huge fan base out there. Maybe a bit of a surprise for folks who don't know.
yeah. I mean, it's kind of been on my radar for a little bit, just because I've known people who, I've got some buddies who like moved from Austin out to LA, or
Yeah.
from Los Angeles to Austin.
Yeah, vice versa. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Cool.
so and
There's some
similar,
cross-pollinating happening. Yeah.
yeah,
Good.
and a lot of musicians that play at the same like honky tonk sort of dive bar places in San
Mhm.
Antonio, and so I knew that there was kind of a scene, and then a lot of people
Mm.
that I listened to, like, I mean, Jesse Daniels, he passes through there a lot. Jamie Wyatt, Nikki Lane, these are people that kind of like they go through LA a lot. So it's been on my radar. But I will say I was surprised at the reception. We didn't know what to expect.
Okay.
The venues were just, I mean, they were just names on a spreadsheet until we got out there. And then we get out there and the place is packed. People are
Mhm.
ready. I knew that there was like a scene out there, but we were definitely like pleasantly surprised at how well like the music we're making, which we describe as like specifically Texas country,
Mhm.
mostly just from Texas, but those sort of sounds definitely influence the music that we're writing. But we were definitely like pleasantly surprised at how well it was received, and how like
Mhm.
eager people were to get
Mhm.
out and to see the kind of music that we're playing.
That's
Yeah,
cool. And they're excited about Fort Worth musicians too, and you're helping build that reputation outside of Texas as well. So we appreciate that.
totally.
Yeah, so a lot of artists are focused on recording and promoting themselves online these days. You made a point to hit the road for 3 weeks. So how does touring fit into musicians' career in general, or maybe just your career right now?
Yeah, I mean, so the way that I've always thought about it is, if you have a project,
Hmm.
if I have a project that we're putting out, a recording project, we obviously, I mean, we're doing online promotion every day, but
Yeah, sure.
we want to get out and promote something that we're putting out on the road as
Hmm.
well. You know what
Hmm.
I'm saying?
Hmm.
Uh, so like we have this live EP that's coming out this Friday, and
Okay.
so yeah, so we kind of wanted to time it so that, you know, we get the momentum on the road.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing this tour and we're making connections outside of our neck of the woods, you know what I'm saying, like Dallas Fort Worth,
Yeah.
and then tying that in with this new recording project that we have coming out.
All right.
So
Well, good lead up to the EP. Let's talk about this.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so so this new band that I've been doing like I've been playing live for a long time. I've been playing shows for a long time. About 2 years ago, within the last 2 years, I've finally gotten like a band that we play together regularly,
Mm-hmm.
which I've never had before. It's usually just been like sort of whoever I can get for different shows. And so we started to develop like a new sort of sound, even though there were songs maybe that I've been playing forever, you know, or for years. We started to develop our new sound. So we wanted to capture that. So we did a live recording session at a studio in Austin called Tomahawk Studios. His name is James Epp. He's a buddy. And we wanted to capture like what we're doing live. And, you know, we named the band, which I've never had a named band behind. Always just been Cory Cross. So,
Yeah.
you know, we got Cross and the Burden, and, you know, we wanted to capture that live sound. And so that's what we got coming out. Recorded live in Austin, Texas, which Austin is very, you know, dear to me. I've lived there for a long time. Fresh out of college or out of high school, I moved down there to play music. So it's cool that we recorded it there in Austin. And yeah.
Well, I hope I remember the name right. I saw a music video that you recorded there. I'm done being good.
Done being good. Yeah, we also,
Yeah.
yeah, I forgot about that. We also recorded the live performances and put those out. So each song on the EP has a live music video, professionally shot. Yeah, shot by our friend Patrick Thomas. He's got a group called Grit Pop.
Mm-hmm.
He filmed it, and yeah, so we got those, and that was the first single, "Done Being Good for Good."
Yeah.
Which, man, that's probably the most successful record I think I've ever put out. We got like 4,000 views in like a week.
Yeah. Yeah,
I was
that one.
We were all stoked for that.
Well, how many songs are on this EP? Are they all new, I assume, or?
Yeah, so they're all new songs that we've never released before.
Oh, wow.
I think there's 5.
Okay.
One, we did redo a song that I had already released called "I Can't Walk the Line," that I had put out on my first EP that I recorded with a guy named Robbie Saunders in Dallas. But we wanted to do a live version of that with some solos, speed it up a little bit, you know.
Okay. Well, we haven't heard this. I mean, we all know your sound. Is this going to be a different sound, or is it going to be pretty similar with what folks have expected from you in the past?
So it is kind of a different sound, man, because you know, and having a group of guys, you know, Kyle Farley, he's a great friend of mine. He's playing bass with Austin Show. He's on drums, and you know, those guys, they are the Burden. They've been with me for about 2 years now, and so we've developed like kind of a new sound. It's something I've always wanted to do, but I didn't necessarily have. I wasn't able to because I didn't have a group of guys that I could kind of grow a sound with. You know, because if I'm hiring out a bunch of musicians for show, it's hard to kind of it's there's just difficulty. You know, there's challenges.
Did it happen kind of organically, the new sound, once you got these guys together, just kind of, yeah.
And we all kind of come from like rock and roll, garage rock, punk rock background, so that's kind of there a little bit. And you know, Austin and Kyle, they're jazz guys and funk guys, so there's that going on. And you know, I love outlaw country, so some of those rhythms are there, and it's a unique sound, man. Cory Cross and the Burden is a new, yeah.
Well, folks, check it out. Plug the Friday event and your social media, Cory. Yeah,
so it's actually a Saturday. So this Saturday, yeah, no, you're good. So yeah, the EP comes out this Friday. Yeah, you're right. EP comes out this Friday. Cory Cross and the Burden live at Tomahawk Studios. Then we got the EP release show at the Post in Fort Worth with Ottoman Turks.
Okay.
And Tommy Luke is going to be opening things up. And yeah, I'm on Instagram and TikTok and everything. So
okay, cool. Well, we'll link to your social media and plug you guys, and folks come out Saturday for the show and check out the album this Friday. Yeah, Cory, we appreciate your time and congrats on the tour, and you can just keep giving us reasons to come back and talk to you. So
thank you. I appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Thank you.
Okay, man.